Okay, now in the theme of one-year-old birthday parties, I'd like to welcome a very special guest.
Super special.
We could not afford Chet Foxworthy, but we did get his half-brother, Chet Foxworthy. So ladies and gentlemen, everybody, Mr. Chet Foxworthy.
Bring that southern charge.
It's good to see you, Chet. It's good to see you.
Woo!
Yeah.
Golden Corrals really took a toll on him. All right.
Yeah.
The Unbutton Your Collar comedy tour.
Woo! Like I said, I'm Chet Foxworthy, the half-brother of Jeff Foxworthy. You've never heard of me because Jeff keeps me hidden away like the man in the iron mask because he's afraid I will overshadow him with my talent. For the last 20 years, I've been locked in the freezer, the walk-in freezer of the Jeff Foxworthy barbecue in Kissimmee, Florida. Just getting fat on fudgesicles and rocket pops.
Yeah.
You know, the red, white, and blue ones, because America. You know, so Jeff was afraid I'd steal his thunder, and I wrote some jokes just for this. You might have heard of You Might Be a Redneck.
Yeah.
He stole that from me. But I've altered it today because it's a timeless, classic joke style that everyone loves and appreciates. This is You Might Be a One-Year-Old or Donald Trump. I'm just saying, that dog saw me with his hair and was pissed. I was like, I know I look like someone who abuses dogs. Calm down. If you get really nervous every time you see a black person, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If you take your temperature rectally still, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If one giant tuft of hair flaps in the wind, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If you can't get through an entire book, even one of those little cardboard ones, you might be a one-year-old or Donald Trump. If people just give in and do whatever you want them to do because they don't want to hear you scream anymore, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If your skull isn't fully developed and people have to avoid touching the soft spot on your head, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If your jowls look like they're constantly stuffed with Cheerios, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If you never lose because you just take your ball and go home, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If you get Rosie O'Donnell confused with Sully from Monsters, Inc., you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If adults around you freak out every time you touch a cell phone, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If you always smell like baby powder and throw up, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If your hair looks amazing in a shampoo horn, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. If every time you shit yourself, an exhausted woman with swollen breasts has to change you, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. And the last one. If you build a wall of Legos around the Mexican kid at the playground, you might be a one-year-old or you might be Donald Trump. Thank you very much. I'm Chet Foxworthy.